At home and in isolation, not because he has COVID, but 2 weeks ago, James was diagnosed with monkeypox.
I started to feel quite unwell, just like flu symptoms really, so fever, very exhausted.
He didn't ever develop a rash, but felt so ill he knew something was wrong.
Even though I didn't have the rash, there was enough probability that I should probably go and get tested. But on attending the clinic, she looked at me all over and said, "There's no rash, this is not monkeypox." So it was quite a shock then when the diagnosis came through.
The London hospital sent him home to isolate, but after that, he says, he's had very little support.
There was a point about a day after the diagnosis where it was getting into the evening and I felt extremely well, to the point I was worried I might pass out. I live on my own. I called the hospital. I said, "Look, I've been diagnosed with monkeypox. Can you help?" And they told me, "Do not come into hospital. We are not prepared to deal with patients."
The first case of monkeypox was confirmed in the UK on the 7th of May. The disease has quickly spread, with the total cases now standing at 321. The vast majority of those, 305, are in England, though it's been detected in all parts of the UK. Despite the rise, numbers are still very low, and the government hopes to curb the spread by tracing contacts. But James says no one called until yesterday.
No, so there's been no contact tracing done up until now. I have got a call scheduled later with them. They called me last night, which was about 2.5 weeks after diagnosis.
The Health Security Agency insists they had tried contacting him sooner.
I think the system's working overall. If there are cases where that someone hasn't been traced, then I'd like to know more about that.
Most of the cases here have been among gay sexual men, but if James has one message, it's not to stigmatise him.
There have been cases in women, there have been cases, outside of our community, so I think we need to be careful about how we label it. It's not a gay disease, it's a tropical strange disease.